Hey guys, Weekend Modder here with a quick video where I want to make you guys aware of a tool set that I found to be particularly useful, so hang out with me. Alright, so first of all, what is this? This is the Syntus 60-in-1 precision screwdriver set with 56-bit magnetic screwdriver kit. Long story short, this Amazon seller actually approached me. They reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to send you one of these kits for you to just check out. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So I want to be super clear. I didn't pay for this item. They did send it to me for free. I do get to keep it after it's over. But we're talking about 12 or 13 bucks. So what you're going to get here still, you'll just have to take my word as my honest opinion. It's not sponsored. 13 bucks is not enough to buy me off, but certainly worth consideration and you know, your awareness that I did get it. Also, just to be sure, that in the description you'll see links to the Amazon product here for $13.99. But I just also wanted to point out at the Syntus website, they do have it for just a couple of bucks less, $11.99. Although I'm not sure whether or not they charge shipping, and on Amazon it is a Prime item, so if you have Prime, there would obviously be no additional shipping and you get it in a couple of days, so worth thinking about here. So that said, to go back to it, I'm impressed with the hinge latch on the case here. Some of the other kits, and I do have quite a few here, right? Like, so I've got a Pittsburgh kit that would have came from Harbor Freight. I've got this HDX kit, which came from Home Depot. I've got another Husky, which I think that came from Lowe's. And then I have this crazy security bit set. This came from Harbor Freight as well. So all of that said, all of these hinges are like plastic, right? So plastic, plastic. And see, this one's not even latched right now. Plastic, and this one's like especially difficult to open, plastic. So it's not a huge feature, but I like that it's got a little metal buckle here. So it's just a normal like lift and let it click, and then it's kind of robust. It's, you know, it's metal. I also like, I've noticed here that everything is fit in here nice and tight and secure, so that if I like really aggressively, it doesn't move, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm shaking the shit out of this thing and barely managed to kind of dislodge the top there. So it seems like it would travel well. Also, just from a bit perspective, this thing has got, in my opinion, what's probably going to be a more useful set of bits, because I see some cool stuff in here, like this this piece with the little forked prong on it. That is like a security specific bit that sometimes they use in like McDonald's toys. Also this, oh crap, I didn't know it did that. Look at that. Check that out. Look at that action. None of the other ones do this. That's pretty cool. So also, it appears to me that each of these is actually like a socket. So if you had a nut style connector, which is not something I really deal with a whole lot, but you could slide that right over the appropriate size little nut and make use of it. But so you get the little square one down here. Here's the little triangle one. This is the one that's really common on the little like Happy Meal toys. They use this little triangle shaped bit. So if you've ever had your kids break one of those and then be heartbroken about it and you need to try to be super fix-it dad. Also, this one looks weird to me. Look at that big rounded out area. So what I wanted to do is kind of put it through its paces. The reason it's sitting on top of an Xbox 360 is probably the reason you watch my channel, is because I do Xbox 360 stuff. So I wanted to get a test drive on using it to open up a console. So this quick action thing fits in here and is removable from the pin. It's got a, oh, check that out. For leverage, if you had a really tight one, you could probably feed something through here to use as like a breaker bar to get extra strength. That's kind of cool. Oh, this screws off. Okay, so what's going on here? It's just a tension fit. So we shove that down in here and then tighten this down. Oh, and this doesn't come out anymore. Okay, so that's how they lock it in, so you could like pull on it if you need to. Alright, so that said, we'll slide this over. And I believe we're at like T6 is the controller size bit. So what is it, T8? That is the, let's see, this is the one that's labeled T8. And it actually seems a little loose in the screw there. So let's try this one, T9. That one's there. Alright, so let's go to T10. T10 is too big. So I thought that these screws were T8, but the T9 is actually fitting better in there. So put that in the end of the tool here, and then so that everybody can see, this part spins around so you can put your hand on the top and then twist. There we go. So my palm is kind of resting at the very top of the video on the top of this as I spin it with my hand. So that's kind of nice. The other tools I have that feature as well. Wow, these are pretty tight. These little rubber grommets here do allow me to get a little bit of torque tension on here, but I could totally see this little through hole being pretty necessary if you had anything any tighter than these are being currently. So let's see. I'm having a twist on that pretty good. That's just this console is probably virgin and never been into before. But man, having to put some serious strength behind that, rotating it. If you didn't have good finger strength, that might be hard to do. I wonder if like my wife would be able to do that at all. Alright, so that was the T9 bit as labeled here that we actually just used. Oh, and I can feel the, it's hard to probably capture in the video, but there's enough of a magnetism to this tip here that I can actually feel the tension of it like pulling and breaking away when I apply it. So they're significantly magnetic here. So it looks like I could probably use the same T9, and definitely could, on these longer screws, and that's functional. But I would think you wouldn't want to do that because it is looser there, so you would want to use the appropriate size. So I really like this little neat shift everything up feature to make it accessible. So let me go up to the T10 here and do a test fit in this screw, and that fits nice and tight. So T9 on the smaller screws, T10 on these. I don't know if that means that their sizing is off or if the screws are just a little different. I mean, obviously Microsoft's got the bandwidth to do a full, custom screw size if they really wanted to. But this is working pretty well with the T10 on the larger sizes. I'm pulling these out nice and quick. They're not as tight as the other one, so that works well. I kind of wish that the body of this was wider, had some more girth to it, because that would make it easier, I think, to turn on that. Let's check out, what is this? So here's a flexible tool. So this would be cool if you needed to get on a right angle. And this is collared, so when you turn, you can hold right here to hold pressure. Oh, we're going gray. You could turn right here to hold pressure down on your item. So let's see if I can make that, use this to open one of the bits. So we'll put the T10 tip in there, put the tool all together here. I'm going to hold this way, bent. So I'm holding downward pressure with my left hand here while I turn. Oh, and that's actually working surprisingly well. So there it goes. It just pulled right out. So there's a nice little angle tool. So that worked out pretty good. I wish I had a project that required these little sockets. I think these are super neat. I don't have anything like these already. And these have sizes on them that indicate. So this one says 4. So we got 2, 2.5. If you check out the descriptions on the Amazon page, it certainly lists all of the different variations. But we got flat heads, square tips, the super strange security bits, the little fork prongs here, and then the regular Torx security type bits. And these even have the little circle indent, the inlay for the tip. They're indented in the center, which is a nice feature because then you can use them on the ones that are solid or the ones that have the little security nub in the center to try to prevent you from getting your tool in there. This one's also crazy tiny. Look at how little that bit is. I mean, that's I don't know. I feel like I could probably break that if I put too much pressure on it, but I imagine if you need it, you need it. So anyway, all said and done, I don't want to make this video too crazy long. I'm already over 10 minutes here, but the Syntus 60-in-1, check out the video description if you're interested. I am going to post the link here as well as the link to it on their website. But overall, I like it. It seems to be a pretty solid little product here. I really like the action that makes it easy to sort through the various tools. I like that when I shook it, oh, I should go back to the other camera. I like that when I shook it, you know, it wasn't just dumping out all the little connections there. The little 90-degree tool could be somewhat useful here. But overall, for 10-12 bucks, solid little entry into the security bit small scale electronics opening kind of kit. Thumbs up, I think. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, check it out. Use the Amazon link. It would be a referral link, so I'd get a small little slice of the pie if you did happen to purchase something there. And y'all have a great day. Thanks.